and beating me by 31 seconds. Makes me think the wind's going the right direction, so this is gonna be hard. So if you're not familiar with the StravaDuro, if you've not been watching the channel the last few weeks, someone on our team puts together the StravaDuro every week, and that includes 3 Strava segments. You have all week to go out and do those 3 segments however you would like to do them. We do try to encourage having no aero bars. However, I've been thinking about that. So before I embark on this road today, or this ride today, I'm gonna show you guys a little secret. This week, Mr. Jeff Abbott's went with the prize of pork and beans and White Claw. So I'm less interested in winning, although I still wanna win. I'm less interested in the prize. So I might be willing to disqualify myself for what I'm about to show you. Race fam, 31 seconds is insane. So this calls for some creativity. Let me show you something that I had an idea. A friend of mine who has a 3D printing company, he printed it up. Here it is. It's I'm gonna call it a cheater mustache. That's what I'm gonna call it, cheater mustache. So here it is. Okay, now it can go in a couple different positions. I haven't quite figured out how to do it, but it connects to my GoPro mount, and it's not meant to support your weight. It's just meant to have a place to rest your hands when you are doing the puppy paw position, trying to be as aero as possible on your road bike. So like I said, this is yeah, a disqualification. It is. It's cheating, but I don't care, because the video is going to come out after the competition is done. I still don't think I can beat him though. God, he's fast. He's really screwing up my video by being so fast. We'll see if we can cut it close at least. All right, well, let's go play with this. This is actually my first ride on this thing, so we'll see how it goes. All right, race fam, let's go see if we can do some damage. Okay, I did 2 of these 3 segments earlier in the week, and I thought I had great times. And then Andy came out. This day started with a recovery ride, and then Andy came out and totally smacked me in the mouth. So I thought, all right, I'm gonna go try it again with my cheater bar and see if I can get it a little bit closer. And I definitely got closer on this particular segment. I think I gained 6 seconds. I went from 3:01 to 2:55, which I'm really happy with. I'm very happy with this effort, but Andy just pulled away from me. Now Andy is a stronger rider than me, so there's that. But I have to say, like, I gave it a really good effort, and I feel like this cheater bar helped me along the way. So certainly not something I would use in a race ever, but you know, it's an interesting exercise in just thinking about how we can remind ourselves to be more aero. So this is the first of 3 segments. The second one, I gained time. The third one, my Wahoo died. Well, my little mustache actually worked really well. Now, I didn't put like any weight on it. I didn't pull on it. I mean, I think it's more of a reminder to just keep your hands on something to remind you to stay down there. And it worked for that. I definitely was down much more than I've ever probably been in the past, and it didn't seem like such a mental struggle to do so. So this prototype is way bigger than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. That's why it's prototype. And maybe I'll make a significantly smaller mustache so that you're not tempted to pull on it. And I didn't put it out, you know, in front. It was just hanging down, truly just like a Hulk Hogan mustache. So and it kind of works. Oh man, he got a 252. That dude. Dang. Dude's too fast. Too fast. So is Brent. Brent was right there with me. But it's good company to be with, Brent and Andy, that's for sure. I feel really good about that. All right, so this is attempt number 2. I did not do this one earlier in the week. My camera, I thought it was off, but it was actually on, and I screwed it all up. But in any event, this one I came within 1 second of Andy. However, Andy's time was just a scouting time he did earlier in the week. So he got the 351, I got the 352. All right, 3 of 3. I was thinking about that last one. You know what got me is somebody's going around that roundabout, and that definitely cost me 1 second. All right, that's one excuse. All right, this is the last one. I need 415
I was finally smart enough to look on the live website on Strava. 4:15, that's the time I'm shooting for.
Yeah, that's interesting. On my live segments, the Wahoo was not picking up Andy's latest time, which he did earlier that afternoon, which is totally excusable. But I was having to check on the app to make sure that I knew what time I needed. Now, this round, my Wahoo's clicking along, right? This is the last of the 3 efforts. But this is about a 4-minute segment, and I needed, 4:15 is what I needed to be in contention with Andy. And earlier in the week, I did like a 4:45 with some very different wind. But here I'm coming right up to the end, and the Wahoo dies like 10 seconds before the end of this segment right there. It dies at the end of that guardrail. That's where the segment ends. Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Well, I went back and looked at the footage, and I got a 4:25 if I'm being generous to myself. So I still didn't beat Andy, but it's still a massive improvement with my little aerobar thing, that's for sure. All right.
Oh my God, you guys. Unbelievable. So my Wahoo died about 10 seconds before the end of that segment. I've seen it do that before. I've never had it die before. I was just talking nice about it in the comments on that video I posted. And now it died again. I don't know if the battery's dead. I have no idea. It didn't give me a low battery warning. I assume it would do that. And then my GoPro video, my battery died. I think I'm going home. All right, race fam, we're gonna do some science on the channel today. Listen, I set up my phone on a tripod, so everything was set. I put my bike on a trainer, and then I just wanted to show you a little bit more detail about how this thing works. So you can tuck it up there if you're not using it. Somebody I was talking to about this had a really good idea to having it spring loaded, so when you're putting pressure on it, it stays down, but when you're not, it automatically snaps back up. That's a great idea. This is not something I ever intend on making. It's just interesting to me. So this is much bigger than I planned in my head. You could make it much smaller. You could even, I think, you could just get away with making an extended GoPro screw. And again, the point here is not that this is going to make you more aero, because we're going to look at some screenshots, and I'll tell you, it's not going to make a big difference. But if that's the thing that makes you remember to keep your head tucked down, then I think it does make a big difference. So whether you do that with a Post-it note to your handlebar or some little gadget like this, you know, I don't know, whatever it takes. So all's fair in Strava.
All right, just some super quick side-by-sides. Here's the bike with, without this thing hanging down. And then we're going to switch to, on the left, that's me holding the handlebar. On the right, that's me just holding my hands together. This is drops versus hoods. And then this is the cutout of those two things. You can see my shoulders are a little bit different in each one, but really that's about it. It's not very different at all.
Andy, you win this round. Cheaters never win, winners never cheat. Well, okay. Doing that, I switched to AC/DC on Amazon Music, and I have a premium Amazon Music, and when one listens to the AC/DC channel, one does not want to hear Foreigner, ever. All the channels to grow our sport, grow our knowledge, and grow our fitness. Hopefully I did that for you today. Let me know how I could improve my handlebar mustache idea. It's very dangerous, decorative purposes only. Do not try this at home.